Monster Jam Overdriven comes to a roaring Ford-filled stadium here in Detroit, Michigan for amazing freestyle and racing competition. Looking at it for the trucks, Brad Allen makes his first appearance here on the channel, and Spike the Unleash. A lot of top guns here tonight. Jim Kohler, Michigan native here in Avenger. Scott Butel here in Team Hot Wheels Firestorm. TJ Tripp here in the Ice Cream Man. Look at this, Dawn Creedon here and Scarlett Brandon and her husband Jimmy Creedon and Bounty Hunter. Lindsay Wink and Crusader, Mark McDonald and the El Toro Loco. Beautiful looking truck. And then our two top dogs here tonight, Neil Elliott and Max D, and Carl Van Horn and Gravedigger. Now looking at a racing bracket, we already got done round 1. Crusader and Monster was Groff in round 2, followed by Max D and Monster Dalmatian. That's our first half of the round 2 bracket. Then when you look at our second half of round 2 brackets, it's going to be Gravedigger taking on El Toro Loco and Bounty Hunter takes on Raising Cane. Raising Cane comes back to round 2 as he's our fastest loser in round 1, but he goes to the opposite side of bracket, so we don't have any rematches. So Raising Cane's here in round 2 as well. Should be some pretty tight races here tonight. Carl Van Horn, El Toro Loco, and Mark McDonald. It's a good race to look forward to. Now let's get into round 2. Rod Smith and a Monster Rottweiler. He's here taking on Lindsay Wink and Lucas Oil Crusader. Lindsay Wink, we've seen him here on the channel looking for a racing win here tonight against Rod Smith, Monster Rottweiler. Off the line though, slight lead to Lucas Oil Crusader. A good turn from both. Rottweiler's right there with him. Crusader's got some problems there entering that turn, and Rottweiler's gonna take it all the way to semifinals. Crusader had big problems here in that run that cost him the race. Rottweiler's running down an 18.983 time. Look at this replay here. Look at Lindsay Wink. He had the lead coming off this jump. The tires just lock up and he just shifted to the right side and got pushed out. Tough luck there for Lindsay Wink. A round 2 race. Candace Jolly and Monster Dalmatian takes on her husband and Neil Elliott and Max D here in round 2. Let's see what he got here. Neil Elliott catches Candace off the line, who was a relatively good starter, and Neil's got a great turn going right there. He has a lead here, about a truck length lead here. Candace Jolly's got some ground to make up. Not gonna do it. Neil Elliott, he literally spun that thing around that turn perfectly. Take home a win here with a 17.861, fastest time in round 2 so far. And now look at this onboard view. Carl Van Horn and Gravedigger pulls to the line, and he's got to take on Mark McDonald, the Bad Hombre, and El Toro Loco, this black version, a beautiful looking truck here. Carl Van Horn, a great racer. Team Gravedigger. Let's see what he's got here for El Toro Loco. They're dead even into this first turn. Great turn from both trucks. El Toro Loco's got a slight lead though. Carl Van Horn's coming back to the finish, and it's all Carl Van Horn. And El Toro Loco's in trouble, bringing it back down. But Carl Van Horn picks up the win here in round 2 against El Toro Loco and Mark McDonald. Now Jimmy Creedon and Bounty Hunter takes on the fast loser in round 1, J.R. McNeil and Raising Cane. Let's see what they got here off the line. Nice run there. Great turn from Raising Cane. He's got a lead here on Bounty Hunter. But Jimmy Creedon, that horsepower is coming back on him right now. To the final turn. Let's see who's got it. It's a photo finish right there. It's a tough one to call, but they're going to call Raising Cane. Like how Jimmy Creedon 18.230. It's a time for Raising Cane here. It's round 2. Now look at this. Rod Smith rising through the bracket. He's got to take on Max D and Neil Elliott. But then you see a fast loser in Raising Cane, J.R. McNeil. He takes on Carl Van Horn and Gravedigger here in round 2. Can Raising Cane make another upset? We'll have to see. Rod Smith let out some upsets here, especially against Lucas Oil Crusader. But can he do it against Neil Elliott and Max D, who ran the fastest time the last round? Let's see what he has here. Off the line. Slight lead to Rottweiler off the line right there. Good turn here for Max D. Well, it's got some troubles. And Max D, Neil Elliott, if he gets across the line, a beautiful final turn, picks up the win here. We went to the final round race here in Detroit with an 18.000, almost 18-second flat. A little bit slower. He might not have lane choice depending on if Carl Van Horn or J.R. McNeil gets this racing win with a fast time. Speaking of J.R. McNeil, he's made an upset against Jimmy Creedon here, and he has to do another one against Carl Van Horn. Can he do it? It's a question. A great start for both drivers. Off the first turn here, J.R. McNeil nails the turn, but Carl Van Horn's right there with him. To the final turn, J.R. McNeil's got to lead Carl Van Horn. Beautiful turn from both, and it's Gravedigger and Carl Van Horn. We went to the final round race with a 17.785. That is faster than Max D, which gives him lane choice in the final round of racing here tonight. And our final round here in Detroit, Michigan, Ford Field. Neil Elliott and Max D and Carl Van Horn and Gravedigger, they renew the greatest rivalry in motorsports history. Let's see what we have here. Carl Van Horn pulls the line here, and Gravedigger with lane choice, he chooses that far right lane, and Neil Elliott gets the other left lane. Let's see what they have here off the line. Great start for both drivers. A good turn here for Neil Elliott. A better turn there for Carl Van Horn, but Neil's still with them. To the final turn, Carl Van Horn slowing down, and Neil Elliott is going to pick up the racing win here tonight in Detroit Ford Field with a 17.380. We need the most, taking out Carl Van Horn here in Gravedigger. Celebrating with some donuts here, Neil Elliott picking up a racing win here on the channel. His first win here, looking to do another one in freestyle if he can. Congratulations to Neil Elliott, your racing winner. Well, let's not stop the action. Let's get right into freestyle here. Kicking us off is Brad Allen and Spike Unleash, followed by Ice Cream Man and Scarlet Bandit. Monster Rottweiler is going to lead off the top. It's going to end off the top four. You see at the bottom bracket though, Max D, Local Gravedigger, they're going to end off the show here. Let's look at some highlights though. Brad Allen and Spiked Unleash kicked off the freestyle competition. Great slap wheelie right here out of Brad Allen. Some nice air. Good recovery there. Another nice slap wheelie out of Brad Allen. A score of 11. That's not going to hold the lead for long, but it's a lead right now. TJ Tripp and the Ice Cream Man out next here in freestyle. Great job over the big stack. Some nice air. TJ Tripp's in trouble. Not going to save it. Score of an 8 for Ice Cream Man. Here comes Scarlet Bandit's Don Creed and a nice sky wheelie, slap wheelie combo. So great air here out of Don Creed and Scarlet Bandits. She is really airing it out here. She's going to pick up a 15 for her score here in freestyle. Here comes Ross Smith, Monster Rottweiler. Great sky wheelie here. Some amazing air out of Ross Smith here. Proving that he deserves to be here. Oh, he's in trouble right here though. Can he save it? Not going to do so. Score of a 17 out of Ross Smith, Monster Rottweiler, to end off the highlights. Next up, Scott Butel and Team Hot Wheels Firestorm. He's got to beat a score of a 17 put up by our Monster Rottweiler. Scott Butel's been on the channel before. He put out an amazing freestyle here. Wants to do so again. And he is capable of doing so if he could fill the time and the truck stays together. That's the main components. And he's going over. Just as I say that, he's got to save. Scott Butel pulling out a save here. Just as I say, he needs to fill time, keeping it up with an amazing save here. He's whipping it around. Look at the van stack here. Nice air. Nice sky wheelie combo off the double. Going over, whipping it around. Let's see what he has here. Looking at the big stack. Nice job over, climbing over it. That's going to be hard to get air off of because how steep it is. Scott Butel going for a slap wheel, looks like. Getting it up there, beautifully done. He might have some problems right there though. Yes, he does. The rear steering is broken. He broke a tie rod off the rear end with that slap wheelie, and that's gonna really put a hinge or a notch in what he wanted to do for freestyle. Keeping the run going though, to letting him run. If he can steer it away from the wall, see, it's good. Scott Buto whipping it around. Let's see what he has here. 4 seconds left in the run. Nice sky wheelie, nice wheelie off of it. He's about to enter bonus time. This is where he can really make up to some of these points that he's missing out on. And now he is in bonus time, whipping it into a donuts. This is a tough luck here for Scott Buto. Truck broke early on in the run. Hinders his plans here. Let's see what he has here for the rest of the run. Oh, they're gonna shut him off right there, didn't they? The run's over. Got too close to the wall there. Couldn't control it. Well, look at the highlights. Amazing save here out of Scott Buto. To 17 here. So Scott Buto taking over with a tie here for first place. Candice Jolly and the Monster Month Dalmatian looking to catch a bone here from her teammate. Or from her crew chief, sorry. Candice Jolly got to round 2 here in racing. Couldn't pull it out. Looking to get a freestyle win here instead. Nice way to start the runoff over the car stack. And she's already cross-threading the big stack right here. Nicely done to do here early on in the run. Showing some variety. No one's really cross-thread like that. Some more cross-threads here. Candice Jolly, a very consistent freestyler. She won't go on a ragged edge, but she will put on a good run and take over the lead. So don't count her out. 30 seconds into the run. Going at the car stack right here. Nice sky wheelie. Slap wheelie combo. Whipping it around. Let's see what else she has here. So nice air over the double. Just barely nicks it with the rear tires. Whipping around here over the car stack, it looks like, and then going over the double once again. She's picking the flow up progressively through the run though. She's picking it up slowly. Some more nice air out of Candice Jolly here. This has been a pretty solid run here. If she feels time, she will possibly take the lead here. She needs to pick it up though. She needs a bit more air, maybe a wild moment or so. Going at the big stack here. So nice air over it. She was able to get up and able to get the air off of it. Looking at the backside of double, let's see what she has here. Checking up before she hits it. She's gonna get a good leap off of it though. She is in bonus time, so this is a good place to pick up some major points. Let's see what else she has here. Oh, she's in trouble. Candice Jolly's going over. She's in trouble. Got into a weird predicament off that jump. And it just threw her for a ride. Look at this though. She cross-threaded right over this jump to kick her run off. She got great air off the double right here. Look at the truck just comes off that ramp sideways. She won't have enough to take the lead here. She's 2 off. 15 is a score for Candice Jolly Monster Month Dalmatian. Here comes Steve Kohler here in Wrecking Crew. He could win this thing if he keeps it together. Steve Kohler, a native here out of Michigan, brother to Jim Kohler. And some nice air right there. Steve Kohler, these Avenger Team Screen chassis are meant to last, meant for the big air. So they say they have the strongest trucks in the circuit. This is a good chance to prove it right now. Nice sky wheelie off that jump right there for Steve Kohler. Over the van stack. Needs to pick it up a little bit more. He's looking a little bit lost here. This is a big track. Steve Kohler's keeping him on all fours. But this is a big track here. It's easy to get lost out here. He needs to pick up the flow, get back to these obstacles. A great slap wheelie right there. But pick up the flow and get from one hit to the next. Steve Kohler got a double. Great air. Base out the double. It's gonna cost him as he goes over, not able to save it. Gets put on his lid early in the run. Steve Kohler and Wrecking Crew not gonna be able to do it most likely. The run was okay. He didn't have the flow that he should have. This is right here is what put him over. Score of a 9 for Wrecking Crew here, but he just clipped aside that obstacle, couldn't bring him back. Here comes J.R. McNeil here in Raising Cane. Got to the semifinals after coming back as a fast loser. So he's got to feel pretty good about himself here. Gonna go over the base stack here, whipping it around pretty quickly. Always love seeing J.R. McNeil here in freestyle. He's a great freestyler. Very technical. He knows how to put on a good run. Let's see what he has right here. Nice air. Gonna combo it back down. Nicely done. Over the jammer stack. J.R. McNeil and Exterminator. Oh, Exterminator. Speaking into the present, into the future. J.R. McNeil and Raising Cane. Teammate 2, the Ice Cream Man, and TJ Tripp, who went out early in freestyle and in racing, will love to make up some points here in freestyle. Whipping around here. Look at the double. Not gonna clear it. He's gonna combo that up though into the van stack. Coming close to bonus time here. He's whipping into a donut. This is his chance to take the lead here. The trucks before him did not really feel time, so if he could do that, he is definitely gonna take the lead. Some great air. Look at the air there. Beautiful air. 9 seconds left until bonus time. J.R. McNeil is coming pretty close here to take the lead. This is the best flow we've seen all night as well. Besides Scott Buto and Rod Schmidt. But he's having the best flow so far. He's gone from obstacle to obstacle, move to move, combination. It's just non-stop great air. Another combo right there. J.R. McNeil, 10 seconds left on the run. He's basically filled the clock here, but he's got a couple more hits for you guys. Nice air over the big stack. J.R. McNeil and Raising Cane. He's gonna end the run off with donuts here tonight. Great Cyclone. Score the 20 here for Raising Cane. Great run there for J.R. McNeil. Here comes Jimmy Creedon in the Bounty Hunter. Starting off, crazy hit right there. He clipped the top of that ramp and then kicked him up higher. Let's see what else he has here to kick off his run. Over a double. His wife came out earlier and put on a good run here. These two extreme trucks have crazy horsepower. Let's see if you can see it right. Oh, not gonna hit it. Really kind of hit it a little bit sideways. Now, one thing I want to see a little bit more. One thing that Kenneth Jolly and J.R. McNeil gave us was a variety and cross threads and different kind of combinations and hits. We need to see a little bit more of that here in freestyle if you want to take the lead. Nice air here. Jimmy Creedon finds some air off that ramp. He's an auto horsepower that he has. Coming back over. Some more nice air over the vest, over the car stack, I mean. Whipping it back around. Nice air. Gonna get a little bit crossed up. Got a nice save here on the front end. Jimmy Creedon and the Bounty Hunter. They shut him off there. He's looking to refire. He's gonna do so. Clock starts right there on that hit. He's close to bonus time. He needs to fill the rest of this clock out. Nice combination. Jimmy Creedon and Bounty Hunter, a hard hit on the left side. That was all sidewalls. Nice air off the jammer. This is a run to take the lead now. J.R. McNeil's got to get nervous right now. But Jimmy Creedon and the Bounty Hunter is putting on a show currently for these Detroit fans. Nice air. Jimmy Creedon. He's in bonus time. Let's see what he has here. Nice air off the double. Oh, the truck shuts off. I think the motor's done. The truck's done. He might have just finished the motor off right there. And they're going to call it Jimmy Creedon and Bounty Hunter's run is over. Look at the highlights though. Great save. Some more nice air off this jump. A hard side slap. But this right here, the motor gave out as he hit this ramp. To 25 though, he's going to take the lead here in freestyle. And now, Mr. Excitement Jim Kohler, the owner of Team Scream Racing, the Detroit native here in the Avenger. Jim Kohler looking to put on a show, good air, good mini slap wheelie. Now Kohler is a very known freestyler, a 2-time world champion here. He wants a world championship on the channel. Some nice air. And now Kohler, he's kind of known for the air. And speaking out of the presence, Jim Kohler getting some good air off the double. You know he wants this Detroit win. He wants to win here in his hometown. Not many drivers get to do that. And so Jim Kohler, you know he wants to. And he's going back at it some more air. He's going to clear the double this time. Jim Kohler put on a show right now. Already a minute into the run. This is a good run so far. And I'll already say this is probably better than Jimmy Creedon so far. He's got the air. Let's see what Jim Kohler has here. Swinging out wide. Jim Kohler, some more. That might be the biggest one out of him tonight. Jim Kohler, another big hit. Jim Kohler putting on a show here and freestyle some freak air out of Jim Kohler and the Avenger. What else does he have here? Look at the big stack, some great air. This is Jim Kohler in himself. Mr. Excitement is coming out of his shell right now. Let's look at this right here. Look at a slap wheelie. Beautiful walking and back and forth. Jim Kohler and the Avenger putting on a freestyle run for the ages. And he's in trouble. Looking for the save. Jim Kohler's going to pull out the save. Here in freestyle with 12 seconds left in the run. A pirouette move over the van stack here on the double. I didn't get to finish how he got into bonus time. A great ending to the run though. Getting shut off, that doesn't matter though. He felt bonus time and he has nothing left. The truck had nothing left in it. Look at this. Great air. Cleared the double. Great ending. Look at how he just slapped it right up into a crazy slap wheelie. He got the biggest air of the night off of that ramp. Amazing save here. I thought he was done. He pulled it back. It's a 34. He blows into the lead. Leading freestyle off right now. Jim Kohler and the Avenger. And now he has to come after. Look at Lindsey Wink starting his run off. I can't even get my words out. Jim Kohler now has to wait and see what Lindsey Wink can do in Lucas Oil Crusader. And Lindsey Wink's in trouble. He's into the sidewalls. Lindsey Wink's into a save. Pulling it back down. Lindsey Wink wants this freestyle win here. Great air. Great slap wheelie. Lindsey Wink whipping it around. What else can he do? He's already at 30 seconds left into the run with an amazing wild moment. Great slap wheelie combo. That was a beautiful slap wheelie. Lindsey Wink is a driver who last time out put on an amazing wow factor that didn't get the freestyle win. If he could top that and top what Jim Kohler did, he will pull out the win here. Over the double. Lindsey Wink's in trouble. The truck's going to end over end. This might spell the end for Lucas Oil Crusader. They're letting him go though. Can he pull it out? Lindsey Wink pulling out an amazing save here in freestyle. I didn't think that was on the verge of not coming back. Lindsey Wink pulling out of nowhere. Look at him go over the double. Nice air. Lindsey Wink put himself in that contention. But now you have to think about it. What else can you do to finish off this run here? He's not in bonus time yet. None of those moves came in bonus time. But it came in regulation where he get the most scores. And right now, Lindsey Wink's coming after Jim Kohler. Now, Jim Kohler had wild moments. Lindsey Wink's probably tied with him on wild moments. But Jim Kohler had the air aspect. Lindsey Wink has to pick up the air. He's in trouble, though. Not going to save it. Lindsey Wink and Lucas Oil Crusader just 2 seconds into bonus time. Can't pull it out. Look at this sidewall save, though. Got it right on the sidewalls and put it right back down. Slap wheelie. This was a beautiful combo right there out of Lindsey Wink. This save right here, though, I thought he was done. Goes end over end. Comes back on the rear end. He's powering out. Gets on the brakes. Powering out once again. Taps the brakes one more time. pulls it back down. Lindsay Wink, Lucas Oil Crusader. It's for the run it in it though. It's a 34-point short. And I would imagine if he would have got the bonus time, he would have took the lead. And now, your racing winner coming for a double down is Neil Elliott and Max D. Neil Elliott, Max D coming for a double down. Nice air. Took home racing against Carl Van Horn. Wants to take home a freestyle win. Wants to first double down. Tom Mintz is the only driver on this channel that had a double down here. Neil Elliott wants to make him proud by doing one for the Maxi team again. Keeping it on all fours. What a recovery. Now, out of all the drivers, Neil's probably the craziest. When he gets mad, he turns into a different kind of driver. And Neil Elliott, we're looking to see that out of him tonight. Over the jammer stack. Let's see what else he has here. You look at this cross thread right here. We haven't seen him tonight. He's in trouble. And he's back on all fours. Is he actually? Yes, he is. Neil Elliott pulling it back down. A minute into the run. Alright, able for an amazing save here. Some nice air over that jump right there. He's got to do more. He's looking back at this ramp one more time. Good cross thread. Better one. Nice recovery. Neil Elliott back at this ramp, cross-threading it yet again. He's hit that ramp twice though. Needs to go away from it. You cannot hit the same obstacles twice, back to back, and expect to win here. So nice air over the double. He's gonna combo it up nicely. Neil Elliott whipping the truck around. What else does he have here? He's into bonus time, cross-threading it up. He's in trouble. Oh, maybe some damage. He's trying to pull out the save. He's got a save here. Neil Elliott and Max D. Pulling out a save out of nowhere. Wow, the truck, no damage done to him surprisingly. Maybe a folding bar is broken. That was a hard hit, but he got a crazy save. Fast rotations. I'm at a loss for words. Neil Elliott is putting on a show here. He's got one more him. No power in the front end. He just stuffed that truck into the ground here. Lost the front drive shaft. Look at this right here though. Got it down onto all fours after that wild move. And then gets a great combination over this jump. Watch this though. Clips the left rear tire. Hits hard on the front end. He's spinning. Gets it back. So 32. Neil Elliott 2 points short here. Second place in freestyle. Here comes Mark McDonald and El Toro Loco. Nice air. Great downside too. That was beautiful. Whipping it around those El Toro Loco, Mark McDonald. Beautiful looking truck. I love how this truck looks. The sleek black design fits Mark so well. Nice guy Willie air. Mark McDonald, underrated as a freestyle because he does so well in racing. Didn't do so well tonight though. Got to round 2. Couldn't get to semis or finals, unfortunately. Tried for a slap lead there. Couldn't quite get the bounce. Whipping it around. Look at the double. Let's see what he has here. Not gonna quite do it. Only person that's really cleared that thing is Scarlet Bandit and Dawn Creedon. She is the only one that's really cleared that thing nicely. Nice air out of Mark McDonald right here though. Don't let out on Mark McDonald though. He is very good at freestyle. He could put on a crazy wild moment out of any moment. Some nice air. Whipping it back around a minute into the run here from Mark McDonald and El Toro Loco. Gonna cross that over. He's going a little sideways here. Got a save out of nowhere. Just like I said, save out of nowhere. Mark McDonald and El Toro Loco. Nice air over the big stack here. What else does he have here? Nice air over the double. He's in trouble. It looks like. No, he's not. He's gonna pull it back down. He's in bonus time. Let's see what he can make up here. He's getting some great air off of these jumps. Mark McDonald's going over. No, he's not yet again. Pulling it right back down. He's gonna get shut off though. He went over the white lines. Time has been stopped. Look at this. Over the double. Nice air. Mark McDonald's in trouble one more time. Can he save it? No. Mark McDonald, he's still going. He's not going to be able to save it. Too close to the wall. They're going to shut him off there. Tough luck there, though. Look at this. Crazy moment here. Got to whip off that jump and pull it back down. The truck got shut off. Look at this right here. He got right back on the throttle and got nice air. The truck just couldn't get the right bounce. Score of a 20 here from Mark McDonald. He's gonna tie with J.R. McNeil and Raising Game. And now your final freestyle tonight. Here comes Carl Van Horn and Gravedigger. Now Carl's truck is different from the other Gravedigger trucks. It's a medium ride height with coil over shocks, so it gives it a bit of a different landing. But Carl likes this kind of setup here, and Carl can rock the house in a Gravedigger truck. Let's see what he has here. Whipping around here over the car stack, a little sideways, slide wheelie combo. He's all over the place. Carl Van Horn's going over, crazy rollover and a crazy save. Carl Van Horn and Gravedigger. How did he pull that out? That looks like a backflip, corkscrew, something mid-air, and he pulled it right back down. Carl Van Horn keeping a run and going. Now he probably the wild moment of the night right there. But what else can he add to the run? One wild moment isn't gonna get you a freestyle win. You need an action-packed run, good momentum, and multiple wild moments. He's about to be a minute into the run. Carl Van Horn and Gravedigger. Nice air. Gonna combo that up one more time. Great recovery. Keeping it on all fours. He's a veteran driver. He knows what he's doing. Going at the big stack here. Nice air. Whipping it into a classic Digger Donuts. Coming back around here. Look at the double. Some nice air. Slowing it down before it gets to the walls, tapped it slightly, not much contact. Some more great air here out of Carl Van Horn and Gravedigger. What else can he do though? He's in bonus time. This is where you need to make up the points here. Oh no, he's in trouble. He's not gonna do it. Carl Van Horn goes over too early in freestyle. We'll wait for the scores here. Look at this. Crazy flip. Caught the front tires, pulled it out of nowhere. This right here is what cost him. Cross-threading this jump right here. Just caught the angle of that jump. It's 26, and that confirms it. Jim Kohler and the Avengers got the freestyle win here. Jim Kohler and Avenger coming out here 33 for the freestyle win, followed by Max D for 32. Lucas Oil Crusader for 30. El Toro Loco 28, and Gravedigger rounds up the top 5 with 26. Congrats to New Elliott and Jim Kohler here on 2 big wins here in Detroit. It was an action-packed night here, full of wild moments, full of air, full of momentum. Nothing like it here, and this is only on Monster Jam Overdriven. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and tell us what you want to see next time here out on the channel. We're gonna have another video out pretty soon here. Well, I'm Jaden White here, your commentator, your host, and this was Monster Jam Overdriven.